will be on a plane to run away from our fertility problems.
Is this the correct vintage?
Oh, yes, it is.
The correct. Is that the right bottle?
This is full on, like, high-end foundation.
Mac is a future mom.
So we have to celebrate. Oh, I'm saucy. And I'm in to steal. Where are we?
We're at the IVF.
Naturally.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
And hello everybody, it is Dingle here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing super duper well. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday. Do you all prefer Saturdays or Sundays? My favorite day of the weekend is Friday, if anyone is wondering. I love a good Friday night. But you guys, this Thursday specifically, we will be on a plane to run away from our fertility problems. That's what I'm calling it. We will be leaving on the trip that we booked after we learned that the third IUI didn't work and that we would most likely move on to other measures. And those other measures, as you can imagine, would be IVF. So we were sad and we booked a trip. And that's that. I'm really freaking excited. Jack and I have most of the things that we need for this trip. I feel like we always get in the mentality whenever we're going on vacation that we need all of these new things and everything, but we really just took a look at what we had in our wardrobe from last summer because we're going somewhere warm. Realized that we have everything we need to really enjoy this vacation already, but there's just a few things that I'm out of anyway. It's not just for vacation that I want to make sure I have for the trip. One was sunscreen for our body, so I ordered 3 Sunbum sunscreen bottles from Amazon and also sunscreen for my face. I'm gonna try the Ulta or Ulta MD sunscreen. I hear really great things about it, and it turns out those two things are HSA card approved. So if you have an HSA card through your insurance, it's basically like a medical debit card. It's got cash on it. There are things on Amazon that you can use your HSA card on. It's really cool. It just says FSA or HSA eligible under the product. So those things I bought last night on Amazon with our HSA card, which is thumbs up from us. I have a question mark next to rubber sandals. I have my white rubber Birks that I've had for like 2 to 3 seasons now, but they are pretty toast. But I think if I can't find some cheap ones out like at Target or maybe Old Navy or something, I'm just gonna do my best to clean those ones up that I already have for vacation. I just love the look of them. I really like those sandals. And then I need a new foundation. My current foundation, I'm doing that whole air bubble squeezy thing. There's like nothing left in there. I'm really down to the last drop. So I did a little bit of research of drugstore foundations because the last one that I had was a drugstore foundation. I can't remember exactly what the name of it is. I really enjoyed it. I loved the consistency. I loved how it wore, but I couldn't find my shade. I went like pretty dang light, but it ended up oxidizing on my face. So even if it looked good on my hand, it ended up looking almost like pinky orangey on my face. It was very bizarre and it made like the color look weird in real life. So I'm going to try the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This foundation, when I was just looking up videos and reviews on drugstore foundations for oily skin specifically, this one showed up across multiple videos as like a gold standard favorite amongst the oily skin or long wear community. They said it's kind of light, medium, and buildable, so I would love that for a spring summer vibe. I don't want anything too heavy or cakey. I need a new concealer. I'm just gonna get the same one that I have. It's like the Rewind or Time Rewind or something concealer. It's so good. It's such a dupe for either shade Shape Tape, or I would say NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. Like, it's kind of in between those, and it's literally a fraction of the price. It's so good. And I'm out of my niacinamide zinc serum that I wear every single day. So those are just things I'm out of that I want to make sure I have for vacation. So I'm going to grab those, and then maybe some rubber sandals, like I said. We'll see what we find.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
I ended up just coming out with my niacinamide serum, so I'm glad I got that. But honestly, I could not decide on a shade. It is not going to come off on camera, but I was deciding between ivory and porcelain as shades, and I find that ivory is doing that tiny little bit of orange thing. Like, that's my natural skin, at least on my hand. I know my face is slightly different, so maybe it would be fine, but I just found it was doing that thing that I was trying to avoid with the oxidizing. And then this is porcelain, which I think is actually matching better, but it's also a little pale in a way, but maybe porcelain would be fine. Got two in my head about it, but there was a shade called beige ivory, which looked a little bit cooler in the ivory shade, which might be good because the only issue with this ivory shade is like the orangey pinky type of tint it's giving. So maybe if it was a little cooler, it would be fine, but they were completely out, that shade. And then when I got to the concealer, they were like out of a bunch of shades there. So let's just head to Target and see what they have, because I know that they have these brands of makeup, and we can check out their sandals. But otherwise, I can always go during a weekday, because the mall on a Saturday, you guys, we don't really come on weekends to like the mall. If we have to do shopping on weekends, we usually do the outlets, which are like more outside, a lot more space, and not as cramped. It's crazy.
Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. Baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
Hello friends, we back. Let's do a collective haul. Stopped by Market Basket because we are having yet another movie night. Bub, what are we watching tonight? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So we've got our movie snacks in here, as well as some other things that we needed to randomly pick up. So let's get started. Bathroom cleaner, a couple apples, a lemon, pack of pie crusts, celery, mouthwash, and baby carrots. Tonight's movie snacks are baby carrots and celery dipped in ranch, because honestly that's delicious. Went the healthier route this time. And then tomorrow we're gonna make mini apple pies that we made this past fall. That's what the lemon is for too, because it calls for some lemon juice as well.
In a minute,
I'm gonna need a
apple pie
to pump me up. You guys saw I got a refill of my niacinamide at Ulta, and then at Target I ended up finding the ivory beige shade in this foundation that I was looking for. And I held it up to ivory and it definitely looked a little more cool. So we'll test it out, and if not, I looked up the Target makeup return policy and we should be good to go even if I test it out. And then this is the exact shade that I already have of the Maybelline, what is it called? Instant Age Eraser or Rewind or something. Instant Age Rewind. I just get shade 100, a nice light shade too. highlight all the things that I use to highlight with concealer. So those are those. And then, my friends, I just couldn't justify getting the white rubber Birks that I technically already have, but those ones are super worn in, because I want to get real Birkenstocks this year, but with white as the color on top. And so knowing I'm gonna get the white ones, like the real Birkenstocks, it was even harder to justify getting another pair of white Birkenstocks, but they're just all rubber. And then I went into a famous footwear store that was near Target before I went into Target. And they had a lot of colors of the Birkenstocks. And so Jack helped me pick a color. I was sending him pictures. Look at this color, you guys. I ended up going with this adorable lilac color for my rubber Birks this summer and next. It'll go so good with my oversized t-shirts that I wear to the beach. Just pool shoes or beach shoes in general, or just like very casual summer shoes. And I love the color for summer. I'm really excited about these. I'm gonna bring these to where we're going for vacation next week. You guys, I couldn't wait. I wanted to test out the foundation and everything on my face as I would usually do makeup. And can we just take a moment? It definitely looks a little bit different on camera than it does in real life, but my makeup always looks different on camera. Everything always looks slightly different on camera than in real life. You can just see it was a pretty dang good match, and it has a little bit of wiggle room for when I get tan as summertime approaches, as our vacation approaches. So I really freaking like it. The foundation was extremely buildable. You can see I went with more of a lighter coverage, but if I wanted to build more, like I put a little bit more on my cheek areas and things, and it built really nicely. Overall, I'm just happy with how it looks in real life, in real sunlight and natural light, because I feel like before, this is the stuff that I was using before, and I was in the shade Shell Beige, and I'm wearing Ivory Beige, or Beige Ivory on my face right now. But I just felt like this was good if I went to stream, or I was just gonna be on camera or something like that. But in real life, you could just, the shade difference was crazy, the oxidation was crazy, and it just felt a little much. But what the actual heck, this is full on, like high-end foundation. It just looks so even. Now you can get like just as good products at the drugstore and really good dupes for really high-end stuff. I will leave this new favorite foundation and the concealer that I am wearing that I already know and I already love down below in case you guys want to make an order to pick up, because they're so affordable and they're so good. The next thing that we're gonna do to prep for the trip is actually tonight. Jack told me yesterday that we should get petties because we're gonna be wearing sandals for the first time in forever, and they do such a good job just cleaning up your feet in general. And then of course I'm probably going to get white nail polish. So I called my place earlier today just in case they have a slot for 2 petties. And like I thought, they were definitely booked for the day, but whenever I call, they always ask if I want to come in either before business hours or even after business hours. And they asked if I wanted to come after business hours so they could do a petty. Like, they're so great. I love this place so much, and I haven't been there in so long because I stopped going to the salon at the beginning of the year to just save on that expense. Plus I got the Olive and June at home mani-pedi set, and I've been doing my nails with that, so they're not done now or anything. I still have to do them for vacation. That kit, as well as getting rid of my acrylics, has helped keep that cost down, but we're going on vacation and our feet deserve to be pampered. And yes, Jack is coming with me. We haven't done this together in so long. He really likes when they just clean up his nails, clean up his feet. He feels all fresh and clean, so we're gonna go do that together. I'm excited. What'd you think of the second Harry Potter last night?
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we returned to Hogwarts.
With them.
With them, yeah. It was so legit. I enjoyed it very much.
But today, my friends, what's today?
Today's Mother's Day.
Today is Mother's Day. And I don't even want to say that I decided this. I think you were the culprit behind this, my friend.
I was. We're celebrating Mother's Day? Future Mother's Day. Duh. Mac is a future mom.
So we have to celebrate Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Big mom energy.
big mom energy. We don't follow rules in this household, so we're also celebrating Mother's Day because we are gonna be a mom very soon. Basically, my day right now celebrating Mother's Day is all about the food. Like when Jack was like, what do you want to do for your Mother's Day? I was like, I want sausage cream pasta, which you guys know is my favorite pasta. I want a bottle of wine with my creamy, like sausagey, delicious creamy pasta. And I also was contemplating his homemade waffles in the morning. They're his dad's recipe, and we used to have them a lot more, but they're so good. So I woke up and I was like, frick it, we're having waffles as well as sausage cream pasta and whatever else we want for lunch. So it's all about the food, really. But I was thinking about this, like we're celebrating, like mini celebrating Mother's Day right now.
Yes.
But like you have a mom and I have a mom. When there's all these multiple moms like in the family and you're like trying to celebrate yourself because you're a mom. But if you just want to like sit on the couch or enjoy time at home, you also have to think about the other, your mom too. So is it really that relaxing at the end of the day? Like is it actually like a day to celebrate, or is it just stressful because you're trying to like go and celebrate like all the moms?
Probably.
That's where my mind went. But if you guys watching this are a mom and you have multiple moms generationally like in your family right now, is it actually happy? Is it a fun day for you, or is it just a day to like coordinate and like do more things? It's almost like bringing kids on vacation. Like is that actually a vacation, or is it a vacation for your kids more so than a vacation for you? I was thinking about that. Let me know in the comments below. Got done watching 2 hours worth, would you say? I think we started around like 4:20 or so. It's 6:20 now, of all IVF module videos that our clinic sent over with all of the paperwork that I mentioned in Sunday's video. I'm actually uploading that video today, so part of today I was editing. But what did you think?
Pretty badass. There's some new stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like with the needles and things. I think it was just cool to learn about your cycle.
Oh yeah, the beginning part of it.
So now I know what happens on days 1 through 14, and then 14 to 21, and why that's so important, and what does what, and how they're hijacking.
They're literally hijacking it. I think it was cool to have a refresh of the cycle as it pertains to the different medications that I'll be taking and what role they play when it comes to the cycle.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of the medications that they were going over in the videos, we've never seen before and don't know what their role was. So I feel really good about that. And Jack and I both having a science background and like science-oriented brain, I thought it was just interesting.
It was.
You know, I was just like glued and I was like, my body does that is sick, or like this medication does that's gnarly. Like
it's totally wicked.
The one thing that I learned about my cycle that I did not know before at all is after an egg is released from your ovary, the follicle that it's released from turns into something completely different that signals to the uterus to grow the lining to prepare for the egg coming down. It's like, hey, I just released an egg. Signal, 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 grow the lining.
It's kind of insane.
I know the lining grew, obviously, but like the fact that the mechanism at which that happens is the release of an egg and the follicle turns into something else to be used for what my body then needs. Like, that's mind-blowing to me. We are impressive. Y'all need to be appreciating us more because we have superpowers.
Hell yeah.
Overall, I feel a lot better watching those videos because when my clinic sent over like all of this stuff, it just seemed like a lot all at once. But when we started like digesting everything and reading through everything, I actually feel more informed and I feel more empowered to ask any questions and truly understand why they're doing certain certain things, what their purpose is, and that always makes me feel better. I always feel not good when I don't feel informed or in control in a certain way. I feel good, bub.
Good. I feel good too.
Right now, my friends, the continued future mother, what are you calling it?
Future Mother's Day.
Future Mother's Day celebration.
Mother's Days, past, present, and
future mothers. We are making my absolute favorite dinner. My absolute favorite dinner. And if you guys have been subscribed for a bit, you know that my absolute favorite dinner is sausage cream pasta. First step of it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm sorry, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Just like in the restaurants.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. First step of fully enjoying a pasta dinner.
You gonna sip it?
Oh, no. I think I already know I like it. Thank you, darling.
Is this the correct vintage?
Oh, yes, it is. The correct vintage.
Is that the right bottle?
Yes.
Is that the right bottle? I think you need to sip it. Are you sure?
Baby, I want my wine now. Cheers. That's just as good as I remember it. But right now, we're sauteing is that a full onion? Half an onion with garlic. That's the first step. Now we've added a full pound of hot Italian sausage. While the sausage is cooking up over there, Jack's going to chop up the now drained porcini mushrooms. How long would you say we steeped it? Like 15 minutes?
8 minutes.
8 minutes? And then we just strains them, and we're gonna chop them up before adding them to the pan. She would not shut up just now until Jack picked her up and held her. From a young kitten, she has hated like being in the kitchen. She loves being in the kitchen with us during cooking, but she hates not being part of the conversation and the action.
What? You wanna come up?
She's like, yes, obviously. And then Jack brings her up, puts her in a little hammock position, and this is all she wants.
Take your hammock.
It's not enough to be on the ground while we're cooking. She needs to be up here. What do you think of that? You silly little bumpkin. She's so cute. Little bits of chopped up mushrooms have gone in and it smells incredible. During this whole process, you can just heat up your water to boiling and cook your pasta on the side. It's not really a specific timing with that. You can always just strain it and leave it for when we're getting ready to put it in here. And then a whole pint of heavy whipping cream. Oh, darling. Speaking my language. My love language isn't quality time. It's not gifts. It's not words of affirmation. It's heavy cream and sausage cream pasta. And that's going to cook all together and thicken up to a creamy, mushroomy, sausagey sauce until it looks like this. This looks perfection.
We add the rigatoni. What does that girl on TikTok say? Cacio e pepe. Rigatoni. You know I got the sauce. You know I'm saucy. And I made the skin.
That looks so good, bud. Yeah.
Alright.
Where are we?
We are at the IVF clinic.
Naturally. I have a feeling we'll be at this clinic more often than not.
Same.
Today though, it's not scary and I'm not anxious and I'm not nervous or anything because we are gonna just get to meet our anesthesiologist. There's one at this office and he comes in for procedures and meetings and things like 1 week out of the month or something like that, depending on their schedule. And so while he's here this month, they offered for us to come meet him and ask questions because they knew how nervous I was about going under and the egg retrieval and all of that. So I just get to ask him what to expect and just express that I'm just nervous about it, and I'm sure he's going to be great. They said that he's great. Everyone said that he's really nice, so.
Anesthesiologists are very funny.
Yeah.
At least in my experience.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys after. We're just gonna head in there and ask some questions. And hello, my friends. The reason why we're in our chatting spot, I feel like we've got this spot and the spot on the couch to chat. I couldn't end the vlog without making sure that I talked to you guys about how the meeting with my anesthesiologist turned out. I would say overall it went well. And now after a couple days past the appointment, I feel really good about it. But also the very next morning after the appointment, so like yesterday morning, I broke down in the kitchen to Jack crying because I was convinced that no one was taking me seriously, but that's just not the case. It's just all up here right now. But he was really nice. He introduced himself by his first name instead of Dr. So-and-so, which it might be a minor detail to some people, but it just kind of puts us on a good level, you know? He's not as warm and fuzzy as my nurse is or even my doctor necessarily is, but he's really old. Like, I have no idea how old this guy is, but he's really old. But he did make a joke. Hi, baby. Oh my Lanta. We're vlogging. But he did make a joke when he asked when my procedure is, and you guys will get all of the details of next steps and everything in probably the next vlog, now that we've been able to process everything and just take our time with things. But when he asked me when one of the procedures was scheduled for, I told him the week. He goes, hopefully I'll still be around by then. I was like, haha, yeah, very funny. You better be around by then.
Yeah, I'm not meeting with another one.
I'm not meeting with someone else or like expecting someone else to pop in, but he was really great. He was funny, and that put me at ease, definitely. Again, he wasn't as warm and fuzzy as my doctor necessarily was when I was asking him all the questions of things that I was anxious and concerned about as far as going under, pain medication, that type of thing. He was able to bring me through exactly what would happen within the room, what to expect, so I really, really like that. I like knowing those things, and then I asked him exactly what was going in my IV, so that was really great. Just knowing exactly what was going in there and what the purpose of each thing was for me, I like to know those details. So before we discuss though what was going in my IV, he did ask me if I was allergic to anything, and I reminded him of my ibuprofen allergy, so we like to stay away from anything ibuprofen or aspirin based, and more so stick with anything obviously that's not those based, and if there's an alternative, it would be acetaminophen based, so that's Tylenol. I can't take Advil. I can only take Tylenol. For those of you who are new or didn't know, it's not just a minor reaction or whatever, like my throat starts closing up and my face like morphs into something you literally can't even recognize. If you've seen the movie Hitch, very similar to his reaction of whatever he ate.
If you've seen Harry Potter.
If you've seen Harry Potter.
The Sorcerer's Stone. Remember the troll in the bathroom?
The troll in the bathroom. So it's very concerning and something that we definitely every step of the way like to remind doctors of, just to make sure they have it on their charts and their list. And so he looked at me and he said, oh, so you can't have, and he said some name of a medication going in my IV. And I looked at him and I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And he goes, yeah, we're gonna stay away from that. Unfortunately, that thing going into my IV is one of the only 3 things that he usually puts in IVs, and the main purpose of that one is for pain, which you guys know is a very big anxiety trigger for me right now. He said to take a whole gram of Tylenol before I get in, about an hour or so before, so it has a good time to sit in, because he asked me how I respond on Tylenol, and I respond totally fine. Tylenol is my bestie. So I will have that in my system, which will be good. I'll have the sleepy medicine in my system, and I'll have an antibiotic in my system. And then he did confirm that the sleepy medicine also provides some post comfort as well. It's not like I'll wake up due to pain. The sleepy medicine will have me wake up like very slowly and comforting, etc. So that's nice. Between the Tylenol and the sleepy medicine, I feel good. And he also confirmed that they do indeed have all of the pain medications stocked up in the office that I'll ever need. And I've talked to Jack and confirmed with him, and he'll make sure that the nurses also know, as well as me. I will be very, very vocal about it, that I am very concerned about waking up in pain because I'm not able to have the thing for pain within my IV during surgery. So a little bit nerve-wracking because I can't have that, but we have a solution, or at least a half solution of Tylenol to have in my system, and we'll just be double sure to tell the recovery nurse that this is my concern and she'll be watching over us every step of the way. So right now, my friends, I'm actually in the middle of filming a vlog the day before we leave for vacation. When you're seeing this, it is the day before we leave for vacation. So if you want to keep up with us and know where we are going first, make sure to follow my Instagram, because I will not be able to postpone posting anything about the vacation over there. And that vlog or vlogs will be up next week. So make sure to tune in. I hope you all enjoyed this one though. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because we upload videos here every single Wednesday and Sunday, and occasionally on Monday. Everybody, do not forget to give this video a big old thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one, my friends. We'll see you later. Bye!